Okay, it looks like we have another problem similar to the one above. The first thing I want to do is draw my shape. So I'm going to draw a circle on top to represent one base. I'm going to bring a line down on one side, bring a line down on another, and from there create the front part of this cylinder, and then after that I'm going to use dotted lines to represent the back portion of this circle for the base of this cylinder. Alright, so I have a cylinder up on the screen. The next thing I want to do is fill in this information. We know the diameter is 10 centimeters. Let's just write that down below. D is equal to 10 centimeters, and the diameter, let's change pen colors real quick. If you remember, the diameter runs straight through the center of the circle, but its endpoints are touching the edge of the circle at two different points. Therefore, the diameter is running straight across the circle. But what about the radius? Well, if you remember, the radius is half the size of the diameter. So instead of 10 centimeters, the radius should be 5 centimeters. Cool, so we have this information, but let's look at the height of this cylinder. The height is 11 centimeters, so I'm going to plug 11 centimeters over here to represent the height of this cylinder. Now we can use our volume formula. So the volume of the cylinder, well, it's V is equal to capital B times H. Now capital B represents the area of the base shape. So the area of this base shape would be the area of a circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared, so pi r squared times H. Alright, from here we can just substitute values. I'm going to use 3.14 to represent pi, so I'm going to put down 3.14, and we're going to multiply by the radius squared. The radius is 5 centimeters, so I'm going to plug 5 in here, and we'll end up squaring it. And then we're going to multiply by the height, which is 11 centimeters, so 11 here. Alright, okay, let's find out what 5 squared is first. So I'm going to rewrite 3.14 times 5 squared, which is 25. We'll put that below, times 11. Alright, now we have multiplication only, so we can do a couple of things here. I could multiply straight through from left to right, or I could use the commutative property to reorder these values to make the math simpler, or I could use the associative property to group numbers together to make the math simpler. I'm going to use the associative property and group 25 and 11. I'm going to multiply these two values first, then I'll end up multiplying by 3.14 last. I want to just fix one thing. I want to fix that bracket here so we know that we're just working with 25 times 11 first. And now let's find out what that is below. So I'm going to rewrite 3.14 first, so 3.14. And now we have 25 times 11, and 25 times 11 will give us a value of 275. So now it's just a matter of taking 3.14 and multiplying by 275. So when we do that, we get 863.5. So the volume is equal to 863.5 centimeters cubed. So I'm going to write that here, centimeters cubed. And we can box our information. Cool stuff, guys.